Do you have a problem? Then this one's for you. I want you for a moment, if you're open to it, tap into the physical responses that you experience when I say the next two phrases. Note what happens in your body. Phrase number one, we have a problem. Phrase number two, we have a challenge. I said both statements in the same way with the same inflection, though your body may have reacted very differently. How did you physically respond? I'll share with you my physical reactions. When I hear the word problem, I get a gutted sensation. It's to my core. I just tend to tense up in my shoulders and in my hands. Just hearing the word problem, these spaces in me start to brace. I go into a clenching reaction. Now, when I hear the word challenge, I feel really different. It's a feeling of almost like a lifting in me. It's almost as if I'm getting poised for something that's about to take place. Simply put, how we frame things is going to affect how we feel every time. This applies to nearly everything in our lives, and today we're applying it specifically to the concept of problem versus challenge. When I work with my clients, I move as far as I possibly can away from talking about problems. When I notice the wording of problem arising in a session, I aim to gently yet purposefully rephrase it into challenge. Whether it's me as a clinician tempted to see something as a problem, or in hearing it directly from the client, by rephrasing into challenge territory, already there's so much more levity in the room. And just as importantly, there's more action to be had. As an important side note, this particularly applies when I'm working with children or adolescent clients. If I'm interfacing with an outside professional, so maybe a school administrator or a teacher or counselor or psychiatrist, and start to hear about problems in accordance to a young person, I'm very conscious to shift this language as to not overly pathologize. Instead, when I'm coordinating treatment with another professional, I want us both to shift into collaboration mode to find solutions together on behalf of our client when challenges arise. There's a big difference in there. Can you hear it? So the tenderness and the utmost care and attention that we want to take in dealing with young people, when challenges arise, I'd love for you to consider applying this to yourself. Let's move into some illustrations. I want you to visualize, if you're willing to, the following two symbols: an arrow and a lead weight. When an arrow's launched, the inertia of it carries it in an arc to its destination. There's an arc, there's a lift, there's an action. A lead weight, on the other hand, doesn't have any lift to it, thus there's no arc. When it's let go, it just lands and stays sedentary. Now, I bet you're right here with me. With these symbols, a problem is represented by the lead weight and a challenge is represented by the arrow. We're comparing the action of the two. Similarly, with our language and how we choose to frame things, we really want to aim for what's more actionable. Language that promotes finding the arc of a situation versus language that just lands and stays sedentary. Even the wording of struggle is more actionable than the wording of problem. Yes, acknowledging the struggle. Absolutely, there's struggle. There's more movement in that word. We're not looking to Pollyanna the situation. We are looking to get mobility behind it. Now, there is a use of the word problem that I actually enjoy, and it's with problem solving, or even better yet, creative problem solving. I love creative problem solving because once again, there's a shift. Now we're dealing with more of a puzzle to be solved, and there's movement there. So thinking about the artist role, what are some of the things you currently are contending with? With that thought, here's the tangible action step. The next time this word choice wants to tumble out of problem, make a shift. Change the language in your mind and speaking it aloud from problem to challenge. From something that is sedentary and doesn't have motion into something that inherently has inertia and has an arc. It's so important to remember that challenges are actionable. And with action comes transformation. Now go create. You were created to. Now here's the thing about procrastination. With the right tools, it can be our greatest helper. Without the right tools, it will take us down, shamelessly stealing days, months, years, and even decades from us. And it doesn't stop on its own. The procrastination system, 6 hours, 5 segments, 20 chapters, custom-built tools and concepts reinforced by up-to-date neuroscience. Turn your inaction into traction. The link's below. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. If this episode was useful, I would love for you to hit the like button and perhaps share it with somebody. For more tool-based, actionable, creative content, please make sure to subscribe. Also, if you have a question about creativity or the artist role that you would like to have answered, please leave it in the comments below and it may be featured in an upcoming episode.